Hi everyone, I'm Donna Norris, Soul Level Intuitive, and I am back today with Bree Swanson, Small, Medium, at Large. Thank you, Bree, for being here. And today we want to talk to you a little bit about crystals that are inspired or crystals associated with the earth elements and stones. So we'll just kind of go through the basic elements and give you some stones that you can use to help attune yourself and your surroundings to these beautiful elements. And I think we want to start with the earth itself, right? And so for that, I have jade, which I have a green jade here that's a dark green, comes in various colors of green. Health, wealth, prosperity, that's jade. It's all about abundance. I got this really cool tower on on Etsy not long ago. I have this by my front door. I just love this.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, jade. Um, And then do you have any jade? I have also
I Oh, yes, I do have a piece of jade with me. This is my little jade turtle.
oh, see, he's a really pretty green. He's a brighter green than the dark green that I've got, those two. And then I've got this light green jade, and it actually even comes in almost white. But it's really beautiful stone. Again, bringing in abundance, greeting if you put it by your front door, it's a symbol of, prosperity and hospitality and wishing that for whoever darkens your door comes in to visit, right?
Yeah, yeah. Great for setting new goals and keeping them. So I have this by my little, I've got a little charm casting mat. He just kind of sits there.
Oh, neat.
Not that I cast charms on it, but it has a lot of like very positive words on it, like, friendship and abundance and dreams and play. So I like to kind of, and it's funny, I actually used my little charm casting mat. Like I put a bunch of crystals and I have like a crystal grid on top of it. So
Nice.
it's interesting how I've used it. I actually intentionally put the crystals on the mat of what I want to bring in terms of like crystal healing. So things like, oh, that's cool. So the turtle is actually sitting on the success area of the grid. So that's where that is. And then what else is on here? Um, oh, yep. And then the citrine is on the home area.
Yeah, citrine is actually the lightning element, right? And so that's a beautiful stone. But
Yeah.
yours is a really pretty point. Mine's more of a tumble. Yeah, and then I've got the big tower behind us, behind me there next to this to the globe. And it's all about, memory, creative problem solving, resourcefulness. Those are great things for the lightning element, the sudden
Yeah.
streaks of inspiration. So that's a cool one to think about too, if you want to attune yourself to that quick-minded, nimble-footed, um, resourceful quality.
Yeah.
But I also forgot to mention on jade, longevity, you
Yeah.
know, long life. That's a big part of what jade's all about too. So
Yeah.
going back then, we've got earth, we've got lightning, we've got fire, and with the fire element, the most prominent stone is obsidian. There you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got a couple of samples of obsidian. And then this is called like a rainbow obsidian. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got silver and gold in the highlights. It's not just a solid dense black like regular obsidian. Like this is like solid black. Oh, look, you've got it there too.
This one's more of a silver sheen though. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty though. But I love obsidian. It's so grounding. It absorbs negativity. It helps you feel secure. It works really well with the root chakra. This is actually a snowflake obsidian. Again, a lot of the same qualities for obsidian to get you grounded. And if you're feeling like maybe obsidian is really strong, powerful stone, and some people actually can get dizzy or nauseous or not feel a little off center trying to work with obsidian. So if you don't feel like that works really well for you. As an alternative, Bree's got this awesome Dalmatian Jasper.
Dalmatian Jasper. And the beauty about Dalmatian Jasper is if you see those little tiny black dots, that's actually black tourmaline that is
Yeah,
in this crystal. So it gives you that sense of, the protection, the feeling like everything is good and solid. Um,
yeah.
so it gives you
That's
that strength, the grounding without being too much.
exactly. And, it does deflect all the negativity and sends it to ground, just like a black obsidian stone.
Yeah. But very gentle, very nurturing.
Yeah.
It's lovely to work with.
A lot easier, on your system. And at various times in our lives, I don't know, things are just configured differently inside of us. And so we have to be able to change it up a little bit. We need to. Another really good grounding stone, really powerful grounding stone is pyrite. It used to be called fool's gold. This is a polished one. And then this one is a rough one. You can see glimpses of it kind of coming through, but that's just a raw tumble. So that's really good for grounding and protection and absorbing negativity as well. And success.
Yeah.
So water element. Let's do the water element. That would be aquamarine. This is a beautiful stone. It's a green to blue-green color. You can even see it in like pale blue-green. And it's a very uplifting, peaceful stone, a go with the flow kind of stone.
Yeah. With the water, flow water. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
It's great in terms of your throat as well, and clearing what you need to clear in terms of communication with that. Uh,
Yeah.
very soothing, very calming. Um, yeah, a lot of it's interesting. I find that like um if you have like different places that you want to work out to clear things, usually going based off of the chakra is good. Sometimes I like to ask people like if they are feeling like angry, like where do you feel it in your body? And usually that can indicate to what chakra you might find that maybe needs a little extra help or little.
Opening back up. Yeah,
Yeah.
because usually it means that it's constricted and pulled in on itself.
So you might feel it in the throat and it's like, okay.
Yeah. And travel. I've heard that aquamarine's a really good travel stone, even astral travel, but regular travel. So I have a cruise coming up. Maybe I'll take it on a cruise. Water, travel. We'll see
Yeah.
how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so after that, we have the air element, which is symbolized by topaz. And I have this in kind of a mix, but I have a golden topaz right there. It's on a cluster with a bunch of other stones, but it's really the crowning stone in this beautiful collection here. And it's all about, focus. Interesting that I couldn't come up with that word.
It was trying to help.
Clarity. Focus. Yes, it's a really pretty stone and a very powerful stone. But it does help a lot to dispel and alleviate fear and anxiety as well.
Mhm.
So let's see, did we catch everything? Oh, plants. We want to talk about the plants on the earth, right? And that's symbolized by amber,
Oh,
which is not really a stone. Amber is more of a
present.
resin. Yeah. Isn't that gorgeous? Look, it comes in all different colors, y'all. That's a really dark one, almost red. This one is more what you see, kind of a lot of the orangey gold. But they're sort of translucent. You put them up to light and you can see through them. They're really cool.
Got that one too.
That's pretty. That's really pretty. So this is an example of a green amber. It's actually got insect encapsulated in it, but I don't know if you can see it
Cool.
up close. And then honey amber, which to me looks like it must have been like ancient sap. I don't know, but they're gorgeous. And amber is all about balancing your moods. Again, it's a great stone for clarity and focus. And but sorry. Again, clarity, I guess, is what I should kind of get back to and focus on. But if you have anxiety in your stomach, amber is also really good for dispelling anxiety in your stomach. Like you were talking about, where are you feeling it in your body? If you start feeling anxious, ask yourself, where do you carry it? You know, some people carry it in their gut, in their stomach. And if so, amber is really good for you. Some people carry it at the base of their neck. And if that's the case, then, you know, you want to work with a different stone. But amber is really good for that kind of thing. Works with
Yeah.
the solar plexus chakra.
Yeah. When I think of amber, I think of Jurassic Park, and I
Yeah.
think of like ancient wisdom, and I think of like happier time, almost like happier times, simpler times. But yeah, it's a great uplifting stone to work with. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
And then go
oh
ahead.
yeah, I have it paired here with some lapis. So for that, it kind of gives it's a very dual energy combination where you've got lapis in terms of like, you know, the old wisdom, the intuition, and then the amber in terms of joy and in terms of helping you be your best self. So,
Yes. That's a really striking bracelet.
yeah,
Really
thank
nice creation. And then there's also moss agate associated with plants.
yes. We've got little angel here. Got a little angel on my ancestor altar. This is the one I have for my grandfather. So
That's a beautiful green color.
moss agate, and then we got the back. You see the wings.
Really nice. Yeah, you can see all the color variations in it. This one I have is a little bit more muted, but you can see, you know, that part of it's clear and part of it actually looks like moss encapsulated in a clear stone. You know, so moss agate comes in all different kinds of green, but it's predominantly green. So very
Yeah.
good, peaceful stone.
Yes. I find agates for me personally are definitely one of my many favorites. They just have that very calming, nurturing energy, and I'm also very tactile as well. I love the way a good agate feels. It's very
Yeah.
smooth. It's very gentle, um, but great in terms of not only calming the, you know, the mental self, but there's just, I mean, even in terms of the variations of agate, there's just so much that's associated with each piece of agate, because I really do feel like every agate is unique in terms of like Botswana agate or like moss agate or
Blue lace agate, you know,
fried
different.
agate, like the
Yeah.
list goes on. So
And they're all, you know, gifts of the earth and gifts of life.
yeah.
Plants are the life form of the earth. So, in addition to us humans. But with that, I think we will say thank you for joining us. If you enjoyed hearing about the elemental stone or stones inspired by the earth elements, please hit like, please hit subscribe, and we will be back soon with another crystal video for you. Bye for now. Thank you.
Thank you.